signal when you're ready. Yeah, I would say go with just say right now. Just announce it right now. Just say good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Our Court of Honor is just about to begin. I would like to kindly remind everyone to please silence their cell phones during the ceremony. Thank you very much. Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Adam Wyatt, Senior Patrol Leader of Troop 74. I'd like to welcome you to Troop 74's Eagle Scout ceremony to honor Eagle Scouts Bryce Arfanella, Andrew Patton, Ryan Thomas, and Ben Vizinski. Would you please stand for the presentation of the colors? Scout salute.
Will everyone please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2. Color Guard post the colors.
All scouts and leaders, please remain standing. The congregation may be seated. Scout sign. Scouts and leaders, please recite with me the Scout Oath. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. Scouts and leaders, please recite the Scout law. A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. And please recite the outdoor code. As an American, I will do my best to be clean in my outdoor manners, be careful with fire, be considerate in the outdoors, and be conservation-minded. 2. You may be seated. Color guard dismissed. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Richard Woelfel, Committee Chairman of Troop 74, who will chair this Court of Honor.
Good afternoon, everyone. By the authority vested in me as a representative of the Boy Scouts of America, I now call this Eagle Court of Honor to order. It is my pleasure to introduce Pastor Brett Jenkins, who will lead us in our invocation.
Let us bow our heads for prayer. Blessed God, we give you thanks that you have brought us to do this new day by paths unexpected. We thank you that you are with us now and that you have worked powerfully in the lives of Bryce, Andrew, Ryan, and Benjamin to help them to achieve what they have achieved and to bear the responsibilities they bear. Bless and strengthen us as we gather now to honor them. We ask it in your holy name. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Jenkins. Will our 4 Eagle candidates please come forward to the podium? Gentlemen, do you feel as if you are ready to be presented to this court? Excellent. We are gathered here today to honor Eagle Scouts Bryce Arfinella, Andrew Patton, Ryan Thomas, and Ben Vitizinski. The presentation of the Eagle Award is an important and serious matter. To earn this rank in scouting, a scout must spend a great deal of time and effort. Therefore, this occasion that recognizes his accomplishments should be memorable. While in scouting, each boy must advance through many different ranks, becoming taller, stronger, and more dedicated to the ideals of scouting with each step along the way in order to become an Eagle Scout. The attainment of the Eagle Scout rank has been made possible through the assistance of many of those in attendance today: the Scoutmasters, troop leaders, fellow scouts, parents, family, and friends. It is the culmination of the efforts and persistence of these young men. Let's take a moment to reflect upon their journey on the Eagle Trail on their way to Eagle.
Eagle, the eagles whose heights you have struggled to reach. We remember when you first came to the bottom of the cliff and how you looked up with ambition and determination. Look back for a moment. Look back down the cliff you have scaled. Look back at the experiences you have encountered in your ascent. These experiences, both favorable and adverse, should not be forgotten. Experience is a valuable teacher if you heed its lessons. Do you remember how you took your first step on the Eagle Trail? You began to build yourself physically, mentally, and morally. You started living the Scout oath and law. First, you were a scout.
As a scout, you memorized the scout oath, the law, the motto, and the slogan. You went on your first outing with the troop. You were impressed with the senior leadership guys. They seemed so confident in running the troop's weekly meetings and monthly outings. Yet they looked an interest in you. By their actions, you could see the fourth point of the scout law put into practice. A scout is friendly.
Scouts called you a tenderfoot, and they were right. You were indeed a tenderfoot scout.
As a tenderfoot scout, you learn the symbolism of the scout badge. You learn that there are 3 points of the trifold, which stand for the 3 points of the scout oath: duty to God and country, duty to others, people, and duty to yourself. You learned of the 2 other important ideals in scouting: truth and knowledge. The 2 stars on either side of the badge symbolize these. These stars are like those of the great outdoors which you have enjoyed on camping trips.
The shield of the United States to the tenderfoot badge, you are reminded of your duty to country. You pledge to support and preserve its freedom. The trefoil points skyward. It is the sign of the North, taken from the mariner's compass. It is a reminder of your duty to God, continuing up the Eagle Trail. You eventually reach a ledge where you are greeted by a large group of second-class scouts.
To reach the ledge, the scouting trail led you through basic outdoor skills. This badge, with corners of scroll turned up in scout, smiles of ambitions, you will be prepared. The overhand knot below reminds you to daily, a daily good term.
Point on the trail, some stopped to catch their breath before continuing. But you began to study more and work harder. You wanted to be known around the troop as a complete scout.
In reaching the rank of first class scout, you had to demonstrate yourself to be a fully competent woodsman, comfortable with a map and compass, packing the appropriate gear for each outing, knowledgeable in basic first aid, able to cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner over a campfire or camp stove. This badge you received is a combination of both tenderfoot and second class, reminding you that there is much more to being a scout than just attend meetings.
In reaching the ledge where the first-class scouts stand, here you were tempted to remain, but your ambition stirred you on. The variety of merit badges captured your interest. You began to take the lead, showing the way for others in your patrol. We remember your advancement to Star Scout.
"21 merit badges, with over half of them required, may seem like an impossible obstacle to a first-class scout. But 6 merit badges, with 4 of them required, is a manageable number. The adult and senior scouts in the Troop 74 start encouraging you to give something back to scouting by helping some of your fellow scouts advance along the trail. You begin to realize the service of others and leadership were important character traits in Scout.
Class to Star had been challenging and required more of your own initiative, but you were equal to the task. This spurred you on, and again you climbed further. The trail from Star to Life was traversed more slowly. The trail was steeper and less worn. Fewer scouts seemed to be headed in your direction. You looked down the cliff and saw the crowds below you. You looked up and saw a few scouts above you, scouts you really admired. Soon, you joined them on the narrow ledge where dwell the Life Scouts.
Life Scout. The heart badge placed on your uniform, your responsibilities within the troop increased. Those young-looking guys at the new Scout Patrol were now looking up to you for leadership and a good example, and for help in advancement. You thought to yourself, now I am one step away from Eagle. I will carry on. The trail became even steeper and rockier. There were some difficult passages where you had to break your own trail. The founding principles of the Scout Oath and Law took on a deeper meaning for you. Your understanding of them was much greater.
We have watched your character unfold, and we have seen your leadership abilities grow. We have watched your mind develop and your own wisdom increase. We have watched all these things in you, and now that you are on the threshold of your goal, we congratulate you.
Now you stand at the summit of the mountain. It is not the end of the trail, only a new beginning. You have learned earlier than most the value of setting a high goal for yourself and working toward it with persistence and determination. Most of your life lies ahead of you, and your future is of your own choosing. From your actions, the judgment of others will come. The need for service to your country is greater than all of you have done previously. When the drama is finally ended and the curtain is lowered at last, you must look upon the things that you have accomplished, not the dreams of the past. This is the voice of the eagle.
The awarding of the Eagle Badge is the realization of a goal toward which all Scouts have worked for many years. It is an occasion of pride and joy. The Eagle Award is the highest and most coveted rank in Scouting. Less than 5% of all Scouts in the United States reach the Eagle rank. Currently, we are gathered here to honor these Scouts for their achievement of this significant achievement. But this is also the beginning of a lifelong commitment on your part. The lifelong commitment relates to the fact that every Eagle Scout is always referred to in the present tense, never as a former Eagle Scout. If you had stopped at second class or star or anything short of Eagle, you will always be known as a former Scout. But one who becomes an Eagle remains an Eagle always. In light of that fact, I would like to invite all Eagle Scouts who are present at this Court of Honor, including adults, to please stand and be recognized at this time. Thank you. Will Mr. Chris Taylor, Troop Advancement Chairman, please review the list of merit badges these candidates have completed to be accepted by the review court.
Through the Merit Badge program, the Scout is taught the many skills of Scouting. These skills are designed to instill confidence in the individual Scout. They will make him self-reliant and bring him to the realization that through the knowledge he has gained, he can and should be of greater service to others. Merit badges in citizenship, outdoor skills, and personal responsibility are required for Eagle Scout. However, the program allows for growth in a wide variety of interests and skill sets to promote personal growth and development outside of an individual's comfort zone. The required merit badges that these gentlemen earned were first aid, citizenship in the community, citizenship in the nation, citizenship in the world, citizenship in society, communication, cooking, personal fitness, emergency preparedness, environmental science, personal management, swimming, camping, and family life. In addition, these young men had to earn several additional badges in a broad variety of subjects of their own choosing. The list of all of these badges that each of them earned is listed in your programs. In addition, for every 5 merit badges earned after the required 21 badges, an Eagle Scout is able to earn an Eagle Palm, bronze, gold, and silver. Therefore, because of their extra work, Bryce earned enough badges to earn a bronze palm, and Andrew, Ryan, and Ben have earned enough for a bronze palm and a gold palm. After a complete review of all Scoutcraft skills, this court finds these candidates to have successfully completed the requirements of this qualification.
Thank you, Mr. Taylor. The second requirement is to serve actively in a troop leadership position for a period of 6 months after becoming a Life Scout. Will Mr. Chris Martin, Troop 74 Committee Chair, please address the review court on the issue of leadership?
Another important consideration for the Eagle Scout Award is participation, including teamwork and leadership. Here, a Scout becomes familiar with the meanings of initiative, perseverance, and service to his fellow Scouts. He has advanced up the Scouting trail, and at each step he is required to be active and dependable at meetings and activities as a member of Troop 74. These candidates have served in several key leadership positions. Bryce Arfanella, Patrol Leader, Troop Guide, Scribe, Outdoor Ethics Guide. Andrew Patton, Senior Patrol Leader, Assistant Senior Patrol Leader, Troop Guide, Junior Assistant Scoutmaster. Ryan Thomas, Outdoor Ethics Guide, Troop Guide, and Librarian. Ben Vidazinski, Senior Patrol Leader, Assistant Senior Patrol Leader, Troop Guide, Librarian, and Junior Assistant Scoutmaster. These young men have demonstrated the capacity and willingness to exert leadership ability in activities that are constructive and worthwhile to the troop.
Thank you, Mr. Martin. The third requirement of the Eagle rank is a service project. Will Mr. Tim Walters please come forward and explain the candidates' projects?
The third requirement that a candidate must complete and plan and develop and carry out must importantly give leadership to a substantial service project that will significantly benefit a local nonprofit group, school, church, or community at large. For Bryce's Eagle project, he constructed an outdoor altar to the Holy Cross Lutheran Outdoor Chapel area. In addition, he set paving stone to form a walkway from the pavilion to the stage area. He led a team of over 10 scouts and adults in the construction and fundraising and landscaping tasks to provide the finished product in use today. Andrew's project involved work with the Jacobsburg State Park. He designed and constructed a new composting station to replace the old one that has fallen in despair. The need to use cedar wood required extensive fundraising, and the area was in serious need of cleanup and waste removal in preparation. Finally, he made a public presentation at the Environmental Center explaining the benefits of a composting in the park and for home use. Ryan decided on a project that would benefit the Bushkill Town Park program, baseball program. He constructed 2 dugouts on one of the junior baseball fields, providing shade and protection for the players and the coaches. This project also required extensive fundraising and physical labor, and he was able to recruit not just scouts, but members of his old baseball team to come out and support his worthy mission. Finally, Ben's project He chose the Broad Road Track Park in Bushkill Township as his beneficiary. He designed and constructed an informational kiosk and owl habitat in the newly acquired open space property. The kiosk provides shelter and posting place for park regulations and permanent park use information. The owl habitat designed to attract local population barn owls, expand the nesting and breeding area for these native bird species. They learned many things about planning, organization, and leadership during their projects. They also had a chance to learn a lot of carpentry and landscaping skills as well. Most importantly, they learned things don't always go as planned, so you must adapt to different situations. Hundreds of hours go into the completion of an Eagle project, both on the part of the Scout and the volunteers who come out to make the difficult work happen. These projects are not just a credit to them, but a credit to all the Scouts, family, and friends who contribute to help them along the way. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Walters. Undoubtedly, by now, it is becoming apparent that these young men have come far along the scouting trail. It has not been an easy task. It is not something which they could complete alone. They had to have leadership and guidance from many adult scouters. One thing is certain, during the scouting years, every boy starts the search for himself, the search for honorable manhood. He needs the advice and counsel of adult leaders. The work our scouters do as adult leaders in a scouting program is more important than we realize. However, unlike many other important tasks we face, the results of our efforts cannot be measured in dollars and cents or in production charts. The full results obtained may not be evident for years to come, for we deal with the most mysterious and fragile of abstractions, the future. Ours is the privilege of helping to mold the characters of the generations that follow us. In light of the various inquiries by the Eagle Board of Review, together with the assurances that the candidates plan to continue in scouting, this court finds that Bryce Arfanella, Andrew Patton, Ryan Thomas, and Ben Vidazinski are qualified to receive the Eagle Scout Award. Before receiving the Eagle Badge, I call upon the Eagle Voices to explain the symbolism and responsibilities that are inherent with the acceptance of the Eagle Scout Badge.
It was initially designed in 1912. A small silver eagle was suspended from a tricolor ribbon of red, white, and blue. Individuals from prehistoric times to the present day have felt the appeal of the majestic eagle. To Native Americans, the eagle stood as the incentive to valor and the pledge of victory. For us today, the eagle is a living symbol of courageous and freedom-aspiring Americans.
The responsibility of an Eagle Scout is to live with honor. To an Eagle Scout, honor is the foundation of character. He knows that a scout is trustworthy is the first point of the scout law. An Eagle Scout lives honorably, not only because of the infinite importance of doing so to himself, but because of the vital significance of the example he sets for other scouts. Living honorably reflects credit upon his home, troop, his church, and his community. May the white of the eagle ribbon remind you always to live with honor.
Of an Eagle Scout is loyalty. A Scout is true to his family, leaders, friends, school, and nation. His loyalty to his troop and brother Scouts makes him pitch in and carry his share of the load. All of these help build the loyalty, which means devotion to community, to country, to one's ideals, and to God. May the blue of the eagle ribbon always inspire your loyalty.
responsibility of an Eagle Scout is to be courageous. To a scout, courageous means not only bravery to face physical danger, but also to the determination to stand up for his rights. Trusting in God with faith in his fellow man, the Eagle Scout looks forward to each day, seeking his share of the world's work. May the red of the eagle ribbon always remind you of your courage.
The fourth responsibility of an Eagle Scout is to be cheerful. To remind the Eagle Scout to always wear a smile, the red, white, and blue ribbon is attached to the scroll of the Second Class Scout Award, which has its ends turned up in a smile.
The final responsibility of an Eagle Scout is service. The Eagle extends a helping hand to those who still toil up Scouting's trail, just as others helped him in his climb to Eagle. The performance of the daily good turn takes on a new meaning when he enters adult life of continuing service to others. The Eagle Scout stands as a protector of the weak and helpless. He aids and comforts the unfortunate and the oppressed. As an Eagle Scout, you will be called upon for higher service than you have ever rendered in the past.
You should realize you have reached the summit of the Scouting Trail. It now becomes your responsibility to help those that follow behind you. It will be expected that you, as an Eagle Scout, will contribute as an even greater part of yourself to your community, family, church, and nation. As Eagle Scouts, our ideals are high and our responsibilities are great. Let the real meaning of the Eagle Badge stand forth in your heart and mind.
Gentlemen of the court, if these candidates are willing to accept the responsibilities as well as the honor that goes with the badge, then we are most cordially welcome them into the ranks of Eagle Scouts. Bryce, Andrew, Ryan, and Ben, you deserve much credit for having achieved Scouting's highest award. But wear your award with humility, ever mindful that the Eagle Scout is looked up to as an example.
Thank you for the statements of responsibility. I will now issue the Eagle Charge. It is my great pleasure to deliver the Eagle Charge to you, gentlemen. Tomorrow, you will face the world as an Eagle Scout. I charge you, Bryce Harfinella, Andrew Patton, Ryan Thomas, and Ben Vitizinski, to undertake your citizenship with solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only towards the best. Lift up every task you do and every office you hold to the highest level of service to God and your fellow man. So endeavor to live and to serve, that those who know you will be inspired to the finest living. We have too many who would use their strength and their brains to exploit others, to gain selfish ends. I charge you to be among those who dedicate their skills and abilities to the common good. Finally, I charge you to enter the Eagle Scout Brotherhood, holding without reservation the ideals of loyalty, courage, honor, and service. By repeating the Eagle Scout promise before your fellow troop members, you will become an Eagle Scout. Though the words you use are similar to those by which you have joined Scouting, today they will mean more than they could have ever meant at any other time in the past. When you pledge yourself on your sacred honor, you will be sealing your eternal loyalty to the code of the Eagle Scout with the words that close the Declaration of Independence. Scouts, attention. Candidates, Scout sign. I state your name, reaffirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath. And to the 12 points of the Scout Law. I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself the obligations and responsibilities of the rank of Eagle Scout. On my honor, I will do my best to make my training an example. My rank and my influence count strongly for better scouting and for better citizenship. In my troop, in my community, and in my contacts with other people. To this, I pledge my sacred honor. Ready? 2. Troop 74, you may be seated. Gentlemen, we are finally at the point you have been waiting for. By the authority vested in me by the National Court of Honor of the Boy Scouts of America, it is my privilege and pleasure to pronounce you Eagle Scouts. May the oath you have taken always remain with you. Your brother scouts in the troop are proud of your achievements. To signify their recognition and esteem, we call upon your fellow Eagle Scouts to dress you in Eagle regalia. As they place the Eagle neckerchief upon your shoulders, we call upon Mrs. Barbara Taylor to recite the poem, This Uniformed Little Boy.
It seems like only yesterday his eyes were lit with joy as we watched with admiration this uniformed little boy. Campouts, picnics, Pinewood cars, the years slipped quickly by. The colors changed from blue to green in the twinkling of an eye. Soon came the ranks of Tenderfoot, 2nd, 1st, and Star, each leading toward that final quest once visioned from afar. And then the rank of life, and as life can often do, the goal was so close within his grasp, was dimming from his view. Yet from within he found the strength to reach that final quest, remembering words from years gone by, I will do my best. It seems like only yesterday his eyes were lit with joy as we watched with admiration this uniformed little boy. Now with the eagle upon his chest, he soars once where he ran, no longer that uniformed little boy, our son and eagle. Congratulations.
Thank you, fellow Eagle Scouts and Mrs. Taylor. Eagle Scouts, will you please escort your parents to the front? Honored guests and fellow Scouts, we now proclaim to the entire world these young men's accomplishments. The symbol of success is the Eagle Badge, which will now be presented to your mother, who will pin the badge over your heart. Gentlemen, in recognition of the wisdom, encouragement, and guidance given to you by your father, will you present him his Eagle Dad's pin, which he will be proud to wear in your honor? And now, in recognition of the many, many hours of patient guidance given to you by your mother, which has led you to this day, will you please pin over your mother's heart the Eagle Mother's pin? Gentlemen, will you please escort your parents back to their seat? At this time, I would like to introduce our special guests and read letters of commendation. From the Marine Corps League, Mr. Bill Kropa.
Good afternoon, Scouters, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm not a podium person. I usually like to walk around, but since we're videoing, I'll make an exception here. These 4 Eagle Scouts that just joined us this afternoon in their new role as Eagle Scouts, they're Eagle Scouts for life. As Marines, we're Marines for life. As you're an Eagle Scout, you're an Eagle Scout for life. You're in the top 5%. So all 4 of you went to Philmont, right? We all climbed the Tooth of Time. So we got on that climb, right? We got to the top. What happened? We could no longer walk because we got these big boulders, right? So we're on our hands and knees crawling to the top of that mountain. When you get to that mountaintop, the view is great. You can see several states. So just picture yourself at the top of that mountaintop this afternoon, because that's where you are. The other scouts in the audience, you want to get to the top of that mountaintop. You want to be up here on this, right here, and be the top 5%. It's not easy. It takes several years. You're not going to do it in a month. You're not going to do it in a year. It takes a lot of time, and a lot of patience, and a lot of help from your leaders. Now that you're Eagle Scouts, your leaders were not getting any younger. So, you know, you didn't eagle out. You still have all that knowledge that you can pass on to these other scouts. And that can go on for decades, believe me. So I want to congratulate the new Eagle Scouts, the Eagle Scouts that are already here, the leadership, the parents, the friends and family for everybody joining us here this afternoon. So I'm going to present 2 certificates today. One is from the Marine Corps League and also from the Masonic Eagle Scout. Jay Rattan normally does that. He's not here today, so I'm going to give you 2 certificates, one from the Masons and one from the Marine Corps League. So on behalf of the veterans of Northampton County, Pennsylvania, I'd like to congratulate you on your great achievement. Thank you. And there's more. We got through all that pinning, and nobody got stuck, right? You did a great job. So you can relax and the hard part's over. This is the easy part of the ceremony. So there's a miniature medal. You don't have to pin it on here. You can keep it as a remembrance.
Pennsylvania State Representative Ann Flood.
Good afternoon, everybody. Congratulations, boys. I am so proud of you, and I love to do these Eagle Scout Court of Honors because it really is an opportunity for me to be able to see the best of the best right here in our district. And I am so excited to see what you are all planning to do as you go forward in your future. I know several of you are going to, well, all of you are going to college, but several of you are going into the sciences. Someone's looking to go into law. And also the military, Ben, nursing, Ryan. I mean, they are really, these are the best of our best youth. I also want to take a moment to thank the parents because raising kids of my own, I know how hard it is to get your children to start what, or finish what they start. And I know for scouting, it's just a really long road. And they could not do it without you, so thank you to the parents as well. But it takes a lot of work, a lot of commitment, a lot of perseverance to do what you've achieved today. And you know, I just want you to always remember that the commitment to the community, the people are going to be looking to you, especially when things are getting tough and people don't know what to do. You are going to be the leaders that are going to help bring our community forward in whatever role you choose to do, but I feel better knowing that we have wonderful young men like you doing that. So with that, I just want to say congratulations again, and I wish you all the very best of luck. So. And on behalf of the Pennsylvania House of Representatives, I have citations for you.
Pennsylvania State Senator Nick Miller. Is anyone here from? Okay.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Julian Garidi. Good afternoon. I'm here on the behalf of State Senator Nick Miller. Couldn't make it today, however, we were going over the projects individually yesterday in the office, and he was truly impressed. So he does send his congratulations. I thought it would be important to state that it is an honor to come here. It's always a nice reminder to our thankless jobs that there are people in the community that are meeting on such a consistent basis over such a period of many years. They're not only doing it for the betterment of yourselves as individuals, but also as future leaders in the betterment of the community. So thank you. Just also want to state that, in the Bible it states that when you honor your father and your mother, the days in the land of the Lord will be long and fruitful. So continue to do that. You clearly are all doing that. I'm a big family man, so it is an honor to see how much you guys have so much respect for your parents and your family. None of us would be here without them, so congratulations again. And I also too have a citations for each and one of you from the Senate House. Thank you.
Congressman Ryan McKenzie.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's a real pleasure to be here today as we recognize Bryce, Andrew, Ryan, and Ben upon earning the rank of Eagle Scout. As we have heard, this is a significant, tremendous accomplishment that each of you has achieved. 5% of boys, I've even heard less, but 5% of Boy Scouts attain this rank. And so that shows that it is very hard to do because many people fall out along the way and others just simply aren't able or committed or dedicated for whatever reason to get there, but you guys persevered. So congratulations to each one of you. It is an individual accomplishment that we are recognizing today, so I do want to congratulate each of you. At the same time, we know that you didn't get there on your own. As we've heard and seen, you had a lot of help and support from your parents, from the troop, and so many other people that stepped up along the way throughout your course of time in the Eagle Scouts and also with those service projects that you did. And I had a little chance to read about each of those projects so significant for our local community. Now, what you're seeing here today is all of these people coming through, like myself, and all of the different other letters and commendations that you've received. The reason that we're here is because you've already given to the community. What you did with your service project is you gave to the community and did something significant for us. So we're here to thank you and recognize you for what you've done. And as a representative for our local community, it was important for me to be here to give you that kind of recognition and say thank you to each of you as well. And I would just say this in closing, all of the things that made you successful throughout the course of scouting and to get the rank of Eagle Scout, dedication, commitment to teamwork and your family and your love of country and God, all of those things that made you successful in this endeavor are going to be the same things that make you successful in whatever you choose to do in life, whether it's professionally or personally. It's all of those same skills and attributes that are going to make you successful. So remember that, take today to celebrate, but when you look back on this accomplishment, those things that you learned throughout the course of Eagle Scout are going to be what make you successful in life, and take those with you. So on behalf of the U.S. House of Representatives, we have certificates for each of you, and then I'm new to my position, so I didn't get the opportunity to have flags flown over the U.S. Capitol and get them back in time, but we did request them. And so when we receive those, we'll make sure that you get those. That's a neat keepsake that you'll have that, again, a flag, it'll come with a certificate, says it was flown over the Capitol on a certain date, and you'll get to hang on to that as well. So we'll be able to give those to you. And in final, I actually do want to just share a little side note. it was cool to talk with each of you before the presentation and the fact that you've all gone through scouting together. I have some friends that I went through scouting and sports with that I'm still friends with today, so hopefully those personal friendships will maintain you. My mom went to Nazareth, but I went to Parkland, so don't hold that against me. But it's a great thing that you guys have, the fact that you guys have these great friendships through school and scouting, and so hold on to that as well. That's really special. Congratulations again.
All right, are there any other special guests, letters of commendation? All right. Thank you to all of our special guests. And now, as Scoutmaster, Mr. Wyszynski would like to add, or would like to offer a few words of reflection on this auspicious occasion.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. The big day is here. On this occasion, where I am speaking to you for the last time as your Scoutmaster, I was able to find a few words to mark the event. To the audience, I apologize, for I will not be speaking to you, though you will hear what I have to say. But I will be directing these next few lines to these 4 young men. Before I do, I want to start with 2 things. First, I want to thank the Arfanellas, the Thomases, and the Pattons for letting me borrow their sons for these last 10 years. It has been one of the distinct pleasures of my life to have been honored to offer the spending of this time with them. Second, to the Fab Four, I pose the same wager that I presented to Sam and Kevin, Jordan and Joey, when they sat where you do, not just a few years ago. I have before me 4 $100 bills. If I can get through these next few minutes intact, these stay with me. If not, you each walk away from this ceremony with a little extra Scoutmaster bonus. Then I just have to make sure to give Ben back his $400. What do you think, I've got $400 sitting there? So without further delay, I offer you this simple message. I couldn't have come up with it on my own, and I couldn't have come up with a better one than this prayer offered to his son by General Douglas MacArthur. The sentiment rings true to all of you, as I consider each of you to be like one of my sons. Build me a son, O Lord, who will be strong enough to know when he is weak and brave enough to face himself when he is afraid. One who will be proud and unbending in honest defeat, and humble and gentle in victory. Build me a son whose wishes will not take the place of deeds, a son who will know thee, and that to know himself is the foundation stone of all knowledge. Lead him, I pray, not in the path of ease and comfort, but under the stress and spur of difficulties and challenge. Here let him learn to stand up in the storm. Here let him learn compassion for those who fail. Build me a son whose heart is clear, whose goal will be high, a son who will master himself before he seeks to master other men, one who will reach into the future, yet never forget the past. And after all these things are his, I pray, enough of a sense of humor that he may always be serious, yet never take himself too seriously. Give him humility, that he may always remember the simplicity of true greatness, the open mind of true wisdom, and the weakness of true strength. Then I, his father, will dare to whisper, I have not lived in vain. Congratulations, gentlemen. And I get to keep them.
And now, our newest Eagle Scouts would like to address the court. Gentlemen, the stage is yours.
Good afternoon. My name is Bryce Arfanella, for those who don't know me, and I would like to thank all of you for attending our ceremony. Today, I stand before you as an Eagle Scout, an achievement I can never have reached alone. It has been a journey filled with challenges, growth, and support, and I'm truly grateful to share this day with all of you. First, I would like to thank my parents for their unwavering support, countless hours keeping me on track so I can reach this goal. My parents have been so supportive of this journey, and so many of my memories include their involvement. My parents have been so supportive, from my mom making this trek to Camp Winoxet to standing on the top of Tooth of Time with my father. Thank you both. I could not have done this without you. I would like to thank my sister Lila for being my best friend and greatest supporter, my grandparents for their support and love over the years, my godparents, Uncle Brian and Aunt Bata, and my Uncle Dave, Aunt Jeannie, and Cataldo, all of whom have been extremely supportive through my entire scouting career. Next, I would like to thank Mr. and Mrs. V for their total commitment to this troop, all the adult leaders who volunteer their valuable time to make sure Troop 74 remains successful and continues to mold boys into leaders. Thank you for your patience and dedication to helping me grow. Finally, I would like to thank my fellow scouts, both past and present, for their camaraderie and friendship we've shared. Each of you has played a role in helping me become the person I am today. It has been a true privilege to walk this path with all of you. So I stand up here today with these three gentlemen that I've been honored to call my friends. Ryan and I started Pack 44 Den 4 together and haven't been apart since. My dad was the den leader and Mr. Thomas was the assistant den leader. Needless to say, our arts and craft skills were a little shaky. Ryan could have gotten dropped off in the woods as a first-year Cub Scout and survived for a week with a 9-volt battery, some steel wool, and a pocket knife. Ryan and I have also played baseball together since minors. I know we're both looking forward to representing Nazareth High School this year on the diamond. Ben moved to Nazareth and we were instantly friends. I was excited when his den joined our den during our Weeblos 1 year. Over the years, our friendship has solidified. We support each other through all successes and failures, and we have the uncanny ability to be brutally honest with each other. Ben has an interest to join the armed forces after school in some capacity, and we will all be better because of that. Andrew has also been a great friend of mine from our early Cub Scout years. To me, Andrew embodies everything that an Eagle Scout is. He is always respectful and has never pushed his own agenda on anyone for his benefit. Andrew is a tremendous leader that has the respect of all the Scouts in 74. So again, I would like to say thank you to the three of you for your support, your motivation, and most importantly, friendship. I'm excited to see what we all accomplish in the next phases of our lives. I would now like to present my mentor pins. Today, I have three individuals I would like to acknowledge for their support through this process. My first mentor is the reason I'm in Troop 74. This individual has had a plan from us for day one. He knew it was going to take determination and persistence to get to this day, and led us in a way that I'm forever grateful. Mr. V has been so much more than a scoutmaster. He has truly been a mentor. He fought for our troop during COVID when we lost our home. He planned and executed many, many events that, looking back, were much more than just a fun outing, but a life-changing experience. Most importantly, he pushed me sometimes, without me even knowing, to be the best version of myself. Thank you, Mr. Tim Witaszynski. My second mentor has instilled a love for the math and sciences, a passion for detail and precision, a love for woodworking, and so many other traits that both my father and I possess because of you. Thank you for all your help in the completion of my Eagle Scout project. My second mentor pin goes to my grandfather, Sam Arfanella. Finally, I would like to take a moment to honor someone who has made a profound impact on my path, Brian Dames. Brian was passionate about scouting. always wanting to hear about my adventures and experiences. He was quick to compare them to his own. Mr. Dames taught me how to appreciate the outdoors. He methodically taught a group of us to mountain bike, where we learned technical skills, but were reminded never to take the land under us that we were riding on for granted. He would take Matt, his son, and I on plane rides and showed us what a bird's eye view of our homes truly meant. He was always so supportive at our baseball games and made sure to video my at-bats if my parents were unable to attend. Although Mr. Dames is no longer with us, his legacy lives on through the values he instilled in me and so many others. It is with great honor and gratitude that I present this mentor pin to Matthew on behalf of his father's extraordinary contributions to scouting and to my journey. I'm deeply humbled and proud to have earned the rank of Eagle Scout, but I also know that this honor belongs not just to me, but to all who have supported me, encouraged me, and believed in me along the way. Thank you for being a part of this special moment.
Hello everyone, my name is Andrew Patton. First off, I'd like to thank everyone for being here. My friends, family, fellow troop members. I certainly don't have as much to say as Bryce, but I do. There are some people I'm here to thank. I have 2 mentor pins to give. However, one of those people cannot be here today. That is one of my soccer coaches, teachers, and even sometimes a friend, as the name might suggest, Mr. Chad Friend. Next, I would like to give a mentor pin to Mr. Tim Vidazinski. I certainly do not think I would have completed this without everything he's done. Many of you may know he lives only 2 doors down the road from me. You know, that's very nice sometimes. But Mr. V has made very large contributions to our troop. In terms of, I know I certainly wouldn't be the leader I am today without him, so yeah.
Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Thomas. For those who don't know, I have 4 mentor pins I'd like to give out today. The first one to my neighbor, Mike Wismer. Mr. Wismer has showed a lot to me throughout day 1 since I moved here. He's always been the man who lived across the street and showed me Bushkill. He took me fishing as a young kid with my dad, and he's always just showed me and pushed me to be the outdoorsman that I am today. Mr. Wismer has also helped me with multiple different fundraising things, with having the Bushkill Police Department come to my fundraiser. They brought many dirty patrol cars down that we sure spent a lot of time cleaning up. If he was here, I'd like to thank him a lot for all he's done for me. For my second mentor pin, I'd like Joe Lurch to please come up to the stage. Mr. Lurch owned a landscaping and heavy equipment company. He donated a skid steer to my project. He helped us dig out the post holes that without his donation, we'd probably still be digging out those holes at Bushkill. It turned multiple days of work into just a few hours. I also want to thank the Lurch family entirely for the donation that they gave me and making this project possible. Next, I'd like to give a mentor pin to Mr. Tim Vidazinski. As most of my friends have said before, Mr. Tim has been a very crucial part of our scouting career, He's always pushed us since he's moved here and joined our pack. He's taught us many skills growing up, how to be a better man, be a better scout, and just kind of more or less be able to live off our own selves and just with the skills he's given us. He's helped me also tremendously with my project, just with all of the fundraising, pushing me to finish it, and the construction of my project, and especially with those post holes, and carrying them around. They've been long days. So thank you, Mr. V. And finally, my last mentor pin will go to my dad, Joe Thomas. My dad has started my journey in the outdoors way before I started scouting. He would take me hiking, fishing with his ice fishing rod, and going hunting since as long as I can remember. He's always taught me to respect wildlife and has taught me many skills in the outdoors from when he was a river guide on the Delaware River. Once I joined Scouts, he was an assistant den leader with Mr. AJ, which Bryce said before, then assistant scoutmaster, and now he's a committee chair in our troop. During construction, my dad did more than I could ever think of just to help me. He was a person who was there every day through weather, temperatures, and every condition you can think of. And my dad has helped me build the dugouts that would give me the highest rank in Boy Scouts, Eagle Scout. Thank you, Dad. Thank you.
Good afternoon, and thank you all for coming. Without all of your support, I would not be on this stage today. I cannot thank all of you enough. However, there are a few people I would like to especially thank, not only for what they have done in my scouting career, but for helping me become the man I am today. Unfortunately, my first two mentors are not here, my coach, Seth, and my teacher, Mr. Toffel. So I would like to thank Mr. Joseph Thomas. On trips like Seabase and Philmont, on the many campouts and summer camps, on the many hunting trips we have gone on, I've learned so much from you. You have helped me on my scouting journey for as long as I can remember, and have taught me things I'll use for the rest of my life. Thank you, Mr. Thomas. For my last pin, I would like to thank who you know as Mr. Vidazinski, Mr. Tim, Mr. V, or that annoying scoutmaster, my father. It may seem obvious, but you have been there for me for as long as I can remember. In and out of scouting, I've learned more from you than anyone else. You're one of my biggest supporters, even when I've messed up. You've always pushed me to be better, and if it weren't for you constantly being a pain about getting my Eagle Scout project done, I would not be up here today. Even though you had the whole troop to worry about, you always made sure to spend time and look out after especially me at summer camps and outings. I wish to be half the father you are and cannot thank you enough. Thank you, Dad. I appreciate my family and friends who have helped me make it here today, and would like to thank all of you for all you've done for me. Thank you.
I congratulate you as Eagle Scouts. The eagle soars high and seeks to rest only upon the lofty peaks. As an Eagle Scout, you too must soar high. However, you must not swerve from the path of duty. Your ideals must be lofty. You must strive to obtain that which is the highest and noblest in life. But until you spread your wings, you will have no idea how far you can fly. I hereby close this court of honor and present to you Eagle Scouts Bryce Arfinella, Andrew Patton, Ryan Thomas, and Ben Vitizinski. Pastor Jenkins, would you please offer the benediction?
Well, I was going to thank Mr. V for telling me how I was going to get through my daughter's wedding without crying, but let us pray. Blessed God, we thank you so much for the day we've had together. We thank you especially for the journey here too. As you have crowned this journey with joy this day, we pray that in the future you would crown every achievement of these young men with that same joy. Lead us all ever and onward unto you, where our joy will be complete. And we ask it in the precious name of Jesus. Amen.
On behalf of Troop 74 and the Boy Scouts of America, I would like to extend sincere thanks to those individuals who make the scouting program available to our scouts. In addition, the families would like to extend a very sincere thank you to all those individuals who have helped these men achieve their goal of Eagle Scout. A special thank you to all present today that have witnessed this joyous occasion, and also to those who have participated in the ceremony. After we retire the colors, you are invited to join us for a reception here in the social hall. Would the senior patrol leader please come forward to retire the colors?
Firstly, I want to thank Mr. Wolford, Mr. B, all our special guests, and congratulations, Bryce, Andrew, Ryan.
Troop 74, attention. Will the congregation please rise for those who aren't already rising? Color guard, retire the colors. I would like to remind everyone to join us for refreshments. This Eagle Scout Court of Honor stands adjourned. Congratulations, Bryce, Andrew, Ryan, and Ben.